Casual here, back again with another video. So right now this is on my face cam so you guys can see. Yeah, right now I'm doing a cluster swap, so Integra cluster swap. We're going to a normal like LS newer Integra cluster, getting rid of the old Speedo cable and everything like that. So we're going electronic. Right now we're just wiring it in using a diagram that I made up myself, so that way we can get everything going. So I'll touch back to you when I get pigtails wired in, and if you guys want the diagram, let me know and I'll post it for you guys. All right, so I'll be back once I get this all wired up. I just look at what we're looking at here. So this is pretty much the harness that we're looking at. This is the main cluster harness on the side. So we have the DA one, but then we have the Integra ones here. And then, so the Integra ones are blue ones. So what we're doing is wiring up what we need to the cluster and everything like that. So yeah, let me wire this plug in and I'll show you what it is. All right guys, so tackling the wiring. So everything is wired up correctly. I did do a test, but now I'm just pretty much kind of cleaning up, keeping it tidy a little bit. So right here we have the speed sensor going to the ECU. So this is what you want to do. You want to have basically the yellow and red going to the ECU. You're going to make a pin off that going out to the transmission. Then you have the cluster, which is this orange wire. You're going to have another one of those going out to the transmission. So now that we have our speed sensor wires here, I'm basically going to tidy up all this because I don't need to be in here anymore, because now we are basically going to go to the transmission now and get the vehicle speed sensor switched out to an electronic one. But I'm going to put the cluster in, tidy up this dashboard, and show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, putting the dash back together. So we got, this is what it looks like. It's not mounted. Actually, it's pretty in there, but I am gonna get like a mount, that way I can mount it to the face. So I'm gonna make kind of like a cutout to cover the hole, so we'll get like a full-on face that would fit it. So as you see, I don't know if you can see it. There we go. Lights are working, and let's get the key. We got everything going. It's very late, so I'm not going to start my car because it's very loud. But we got gas gauge, everything working. So next is to actually wire the Speedo in. So we need to wire that in. So, all right, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. It's very late. It's very dark. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. All right, YouTube. So we're back today. Still a little bit dark out, but we're back today. I got the dash put back together. Got my brideship boot here. Got all that put back together, dash back together. Some panels I'm gonna retake off and redo it. But this is what it looks like. Lights on, all the lights work. So we got that, and let me make sure it's not in gear. And apologize for the exhaust rattle. But we got the check engine light, oil light, battery light, brake light. And if you want to see if they do work, so let me hold the brake in. So ABS light, all the lights do work, trunk ajar. So my wiring diagram did come up pretty good. RPM works, gas gauge works, check engine light works. Sorry for the rattle, I got exhaust battling on the shift linkage up here. Gotta fix that. But everything works. Turn that off because I don't feel like hearing that rattle. But temp gauge works. Everything is wired correctly. So I'm gonna actually be posting a whole the diagram right here in the video. So if you guys want to convert from the DA cluster to the DC cluster, I'll have a written diagram on how to do that. So there you are, and that's what it looks like. That's everything put back together. And there is a little bit of holes. There's a hole here. It's not, I don't have it secured in there tightly yet. I'm gonna have to take the dash apart again just to be able to get it sitting nicely. But right there, I do have it sitting nicely. You got a little hole here in this corner, a little hole in this corner down here, a hole up here, and a hole up here. So all you had to do is pretty much get like some plastic and cut out a piece to cover that, but make it the size of the DC cluster so you can see everything on the DC cluster. And everything looks good, man. And dimmer works and everything too, so we can dim it. So everything works. But yeah. Welcome back, guys. It is Casual. I know it's been a minute since I started the video of the cluster swap. So I actually did finish all of it, and I'm going to show you guys what I did. So where we left off at, pretty much already had the cluster in. So the cluster is in there, and it's all seated, but we do need to make a carbon fiber bezel to hide like the gaps and everything. But everything is working. But I want to show you guys. Remember those two wires that we had wired up at the top here? The two yellow ones. Actually, you can see the one right there. Two yellow ones. They go up to a orange one for the speedo for the cluster, and a red and yellow and red wire for the back that goes to the ECU for the signal. Then we had them feed all the way down into, pardon like the little mess on the floor. We got all this coronavirus stuff going on, but we fed them down to here and fed them up through that. But we have two of those going out, and I'm going to show you outside in the transmission side. So give me 1 second. Yeah, your boy got his new fender too for that driver's side. We got a fender on there now. But coming over to the transmission, the wiring is a little tight, but you know, I gotta fix it up and loom it up because we did make a little bit long. But we have it feeding through this hole. We're gonna put a rubber grommet and stuff so it doesn't splice it. These are the two coming from the signal wires for the speedo and the ECU to read. So both these are going into the vehicle. We have a ground right here, grounded, and that goes down to the speed sensor. But then we also have a switched power. If I can get this off, let me get this off real quick so you guys can see. So we're gonna delete all this stuff too, the canister and all that. We're gonna delete because this is a swap for the OBD1 motor out of the newer Integra and that OBD0 car. So if you see down there, I don't know if you can, there is a pigtail down there. Let me see if I can get it to focus. That pigtail right over right there, that pigtail right there. So that is a electronic speed sensor. We had to take a 90 to 93 Honda Accord vehicle speed sensor, take the top off of that, and then use the bottom end of the DA speed sensor to get it up in the trans. So it adapts perfectly fine. So we're actually going to go on a drive, and I'll show you that the speedo and everything does work. So let's go ahead and put that back, and I'll see you guys on the drive. All right, so back in the car, we're up. So as you see, all the lights are working. Got all the working, and start her up. Do have already a check engine light, but it's going for the drive. Everything's working the way it's supposed to. And see if this works. Hold on 1 second, no power steering light. Catch up back up once I get on the street. Alright guys, so as you can see, the speedo is working perfectly fine. Blinkers right now, everything is working where it's supposed to be, and that's how it's supposed to work. And coming to a stop because we're turning left. On the third gear. I should have just suspension next. But I'm enjoying this car. It's a pretty fun learning experience, but speedo's working the way it is. It is accurate. I did it by GPS, and it is very spot on. So it's not missing any beat or anything like that, not off by 5. It is straight on where it's at. Fuel and everything's working too, so everything is done. This cluster swap is completely almost done. All we need is a bezel, and it is completed. Sorry for all the bumpiness. It's very hard to drive with one hand and shift because the speed limits are not very fast around here. It's like 30 miles an hour, 20 right where I'm at right now. But it is actually pretty nice. All we need now is a bezel, and it'll be completed. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this cluster swap. And it's been casual. Peace out.